So first, we're going to delve into drone technology and how it will impact all of our lives. Even if you never plan to own a drone or use one yourself, you need to know what others are doing with these and how it's going to make a difference in your life. You know, the FAA calls them unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs. The military has unleashed deadly assaults with drones, which has caused some controversy over their use. But the drones can also save lives because they can be used in situations where manned flight is considered too risky or difficult. And you know, drones can also help educate and inform. Recently, News 10 NBC showed drone footage taken at the scene of a house explosion in Henrietta. You might remember, back on February 2nd, this house was leveled after the homeowner hit the gas meter in his garage with his car. Luckily, nobody was injured, but you can see the damage so clearly through this footage. Our regular photographers were kept back quite a distance from the actual house and could never have gotten this footage for us without the drone there. RG&E officials were given access to the video, as well as firefighters, all so they could figure out how to respond to this kind of emergency better and possibly help prevent future tragedies as well. And we have Dave Finger, who works in customer technical services for Pictometry today. Pictometry is a subsidiary of Eagle View Technology Corporation, and his company is developing an outdoor netted research lab at the Rochester Institute of Technology. So that's why I want to talk about this. Tell us how this lab is going to help with advanced research and also flight training for the drones.
Well, really, we can't fly outdoors. FAA has a lot on their plate. They're protecting the public from large things in the sky that can crash and hurt people. So they're taking a very strong approach to limiting where you can fly. The netted enclosure at RIT will allow us and RIT and other folks involved in the project to fly virtually outdoors and yet not be a problem for the FAA.
All right, but some people do think that drones are dangerous, you know, an invasion of privacy and a way for the military to get to places that it shouldn't. And people are really worried because the drones could interfere with airline traffic or maybe cause other accidents. So what do you say to those people about this kind of project?
Those are 100% true. I mean, it's all about the operator and the intent. There is a tremendous amount of commercial opportunity for using UAVs to collect aerial imaging, as the shot that you saw of the house that was destroyed, public safety, a whole number of things, agriculture. There's so much that needs to be done, and yet the FAA is behind the 8 ball a little bit. They have to kind of make rules that allow these vehicles to fly. Yeah. So what we've done is we need the GPS signals. We need to be outdoors. We need to be in the weather. And together with RIT, constructing this netted enclosure so we can fly all the time and not really be violating anything as far as FAA rules are concerned. Yeah.
Actually, you brought some drones, and I don't want to touch it because
we've already knocked them off the table, so
or whatever. But why don't you show folks? Because I know at the end of last year we were talking about how people had to register their drones. There was a lot of confusion. You just told me that this is twice the weight of what somebody normally might have just if they want to play around with a drone.
Well, this is a common size for someone who is a hobbyist, like me. I'm a hobbyist as well. This device weighs twice the limit of what the FAA says you must register with them. So if you have something this size, you should be registering with the FAA and getting a number, putting your number on there. If you have something, you know, the little guys like this, this is not a problem. This weighs much, much less than 0.55 pounds, but this weighs over twice that weight limit. So you got to be careful. You got to kind of know where you're at and play by the rules.
All right, so let's talk about the research lab that you're helping to create at RIT. Tell us about that structure.
We need to test a lot of technologies. RIT also needs to develop programs where the students can be involved in things that are helping their education at the same time as forwarding the technology. All of that requires being outdoors with the GPS signals, things like sense and avoid or automated flight. All those things require being outdoors. And so we need this enclosure where we can get to quickly, do our work, do our research, and then go back to the office.
All right. We have an animation that you helped create so we can kind of get a visual idea of what this is. Is this basically just like a practice area for people?
Yeah.
It's kind of like where you take a batting cage.
The batting cage for drones is a little big. That's to scale. That's a person about average height, 5'9", and it is 50 feet tall, 100 feet wide by 100 feet deep, and it will have a chain link fence around the outside. But it's entirely enclosed with netting, and the FAA is perfectly fine with us flying in this because it's not in their national airspace.
So are they going to be using any of the research I mean, are you going to funnel your information to the government?
We hope to. Yes, we want to share as much as we can. We're involved with a number of consortiums. New Air is one of them. Our Property Drone Consortium is another. A number of initiatives. We want to share that information so that we can help move the sticks ahead for everyone.
So how, if somebody's watching today and they're like, I want to try one of those things out, are they going to be able to come to your research lab, or, how is this going to impact the general public?
The general public will probably not be an audience that will be involved in that. Dr. Agamemnon Chrysidis, Egg, at RIT, will be in charge of the enclosure. He'll be the one that people will go to get access or not get access. And he's going to be looking for things like, there was a drone competition that was done at the last Imagine RIT. I got to be a judge. It was great. And they want to have that one outdoors so that these vehicles can be competing, taking full advantage of GPS. Other things like that they want to do. But I think the general public, I don't think are part of the current plans.
All right, so what's the time frame on getting that lab created? Because we've only seen the animation.
Yeah, well, as soon as the ground allows the vehicles to get back there and put these poles that are in the ground, they have to sink them 10 feet deep, and it's quite heavy equipment that has to go back. And
they're kind of like telephone poles,
They
right?
are telephone poles. They're the biggest thing I've seen. So the ground is soft right now, and it's been soft all winter because it hasn't had a hard freeze. So as soon as possible, we want to get this constructed.
All right, well, thank you for enlightening us this morning, Dave Finger from Pictometry. If you'd like to know more about the research being done by Pictometry and EagleView Technology, you can also get updates on the outdoor lab being built at RIT. I've linked up the Pictometry website to ours at WATC.com. All you have to do is click on web link.